Welcome, and thank you for being here tonight. This is Moonlit Zen Sleep, a quiet corner of the night where your breath can finally slow down and your heart can finally rest. You've arrived at the beginning of Hours of Zen Stories for deep sleep, Buddhist teachings for peaceful rest and inner calm. And from this very first moment, we step gently into the promise of this title, a journey designed to soften the weight you carry today and guide you toward a deep, peaceful, effortless sleep. Tonight's purpose is simple: to help your mind loosen its grip, to help your body find stillness, and to help your spirit return to the quiet, steady rhythm you were born with. Nothing heavy, nothing complicated, just breath, just night, just the soft companionship of Zen stories told beneath a calm, silver moon. Before anything else, let's meet each other here, in this quiet space. You may be lying in bed, or settling into your favorite chair, or listening with your eyes half closed, already drifting. Wherever you are, you made it through another day. And even if today was messy, busy, loud, or tiring, you're here now, and that's enough. Settle in now, right where you are, right where your breath begins. Let the night gather around you like a soft blanket. Let the quiet settle the way snow falls, slow, steady, gentle, covering everything that once felt loud. You are safe here. You are welcome here. You are held by the softness of this moment. Take a slow breath in and let it drift out, without effort, without pressure, like a small wave returning to shore. Tonight, we begin with a story, a quiet story, a story of dawn, of stillness, and of a bell that speaks without sound. A story meant not for the mind, but for the part of you that listens beneath the noise. Imagine now a small mountain temple, high in the pines, wrapped in mist, hidden from the rush of the world. The sky is still dark, painted in deep shades of blue. The stars are fading, one by one, like breath disappearing on a mirror. The air is cool, calm, almost motionless, and in that quiet, you hear something. Not a chant, not footsteps, not a voice, a soft vibration, barely a sound, more a feeling than a note. The temple bell, not struck by a hand, not pulled by a rope, just moving. A fan breeze pass through the open courtyard. It touches the bell gently, and the bell responds with a whisper of sound, soft, clear, present, a tone so light it feels like a breath against your skin. This is the silent bell at dawn, a bell that rings without being touched, a bell that speaks when the world is still enough to hear it. In the temple lives an old monk. He has tended this place for many years. He rises before sunrise, long before the birds, long before the first light breaks across the sky. He walks his quiet rounds, no hurry, no wait. His steps fall softly on the stone path. He hears the bell too, not always, not every morning, only when the wind is just right, when the air is gentle, when the world is quiet, when the heart is ready to hear what it once ignored. He stops in the courtyard. He closes his eyes. He listens. The bell's voice reaches him like a memory, light, tender, almost shy. He bows, not to the bell, but to the quiet that carries it. One morning, a young novice wakes early and finds the monk standing beneath the bell. The novice tilts his head. He hears almost nothing, only the faintest shimmer of sound. "Master," he whispers, "why does the bell ring when no one touches it?" The monk smiles. He reaches out and does nothing more than catch the wind in his open palm. "The bell knows the wind," he says softly. "It responds when the world is gentle. It speaks only when everything else is quiet enough to let it be heard. The novice listens. The breeze returns. The bell hums again. Soft, warm, barely there. Wisdom is like this. The monk continues. It does not shout. Well, it does not force. It arrives. In stillness, the novice nods, but does not fully understand. He tries to listen harder, focus sharper, strain deeper, and in doing so, he hears nothing at all. The bell falls silent. The monk smiles again. When you try to hear, he says gently, your trying creates noise. When you stop trying, you hear what was already there. The novice breathes out. His shoulders drop. His jaw softens. His mind relaxes. And in that softness, the bell sings once more. Let your breath settle now. Let your body release whatever it carried today. Let the air around you grow softer, unwilsome, quieter, like the dawn mist around the temple, like the hush before the wind moves, like the silence before the bell hums. Let your thoughts drift, the way clouds drift past the moon, not forced, not pushed, just moving, then fading. Let the quiet inside you return. You do not need to chase it. You do not need to catch it. You do not need to earn it. Just breathe. Soft inhale, slow exhale, again and again, until your breath feels like the wind, until your mind feels like the dawn, until your body feels like a bell on the edge of a soft sound. Back in the temple courtyard, the monk sits beside the bell. He does not meditate to silence his mind. He meditates to hear what silence offers. The wind touches the bell again. A small vibration rises, a tone as thin as silver thread, a sound that carries warmth into the cool morning air. The monk listens, not with effort, with presence. The novice sits beside him. At first, he hears nothing. Then, slowly, the bell's whisper reaches him, a soft pulse of sound, a gentle tremble, a note that feels like dawn. The novice feels tears gather, not sadness, not joy, something deeper, something quieter, a recognition, a remembering, a knowing that some truths do not speak loudly. They do not yell to be heard. They arrive. The moment we stop demanding sound, the monk whispers, peace waits. In the quiet places, calm appears. When nothing is forced, dawn always arrives. Even when the night feels endless, the novice bows his head. He hears the bell now, then the wind, then the silence. Between both, and in that silence, something inside him begins to rest. Let your own silence open now. Let the quiet inside you rise gently, like soft light behind the mountains. You do not need to guide it. Let it guide you. Feel your breath move through you, like dawn wind through old pines. Feel the stillness touch your thoughts, the way the breeze touches the bell. Feel your heart respond to the quiet with a soft, warm hum. This is where calm begins, not in striving, not in forcing, not in trying to control every moment, but here, in this breath, in this softness, in this night. Let go now, just a little, then a little more, until letting go feels like sinking into warm sand, like floating in a gentle tide, like becoming weightless. Imagine now that you are standing in that temple courtyard. The stones are cool beneath your feet. The air smells of pine and quiet rain. A faint light touches the horizon. The sky begins to soften. You hear the silent bell, a low, warm vibration, a tone that brushes the edges of your heart. It calls nothing from you. It asks nothing of you. It simply exists as a reminder that peace is already here. You are not chasing peace. You are remembering it. You are not fighting noise. You are drifting beneath it. You are not shaping the moment. You are entering it. Let the bells sound. Settle inside you. Let it echo softly. Let it fill the places where tension lived. Let it soothe the corners of you that feel tired. Listen, not with effort, but with ease. Let the quiet speak as the monk and novice sit with the bell. The first rays of dawn touch the mountains. The bell hums once more. The wind bows away. The courtyard becomes still, as if the world itself is taking a breath. The monk rises slowly. He looks at the novice. He smiles. "Come," he says softly. "Dawn has opened the day, but some truth belongs not to light, but to the quiet within us." They walk into the temple. The bell remains behind, silent again, resting again, waiting for the next gentle breeze to awaken its voice. The novice glances back. He realizes the bell did not teach him sound. It taught him stillness. It taught him to hear what he once missed, to trust what he once doubted, to allow what he once resisted. It taught him that calm is not found by seeking noise, but by resting in silence. Now, as you drift deeper into this night, let the bells whisper, remain with you. Let it settle in the quiet center of your breath. Let it soften you. Let it guide you. Let it hold you. Your night does not need to be solved. It only needs to be lived gently. Allow your breath to slow again. Inhale, soft and deep. Exhale, loose and warm. Feel the weight leaving. Feel the calm arriving. Feel the night embracing you, like the dawn mist around the temple bell. And now, let this stillness guide you toward the next story, toward the next whisper of wisdom, toward the next movement of the night. As the bell grows quiet, feel yourself drifting inward toward the seeds of emotion, waiting beneath your breath. Let your breath meet mine. Slow, steady, a gentle inhale, a soft exhale, as if the night itself is breathing with you. You're safe here. You're understood here. And you don't have to be anything except present. Feel your body soften just a little. Unclench your jaw. Loosen your shoulders. Let your hands rest without holding on to anything. You don't need to earn this calm. You don't need to try for it. Just let it arrive, the way moonlight arrives on a window, quietly, naturally, effortlessly. With each breath, let a bit of the day disappear. Let the noise fade. Let the pace slow. Let the soft warmth of night cover you like a blanket. Now imagine this, a forest at night, moonlight drifting through tall pine trees, a small temple lantern glowing softly between the branches, a breeze moving gently through the leaves, carrying the scent of cool earth and quiet water. There is no rush here, no judgment, no expectation, only the hush of the night, the rhythm of your breath, and the feeling that something inside you finally has permission to rest. A candle flickers somewhere nearby, its flame swaying like a slow heartbeat. A stream murmurs in the distance, soft as a whisper, steady as the truth. In this atmosphere, even your thoughts begin to wander, more slowly, like clouds drifting across the moon. For the next hour, let everything outside this moment fade. Let every muscle soften. Let every thought float. Let your breath guide you inward, to the quiet center of yourself. If it helps, place a hand over your heart and feel the warmth there. Feel the rise and fall. Feel the quiet strength that's still with you. With every inhale, invite calm. With every exhale, release the day. Let this be your only task tonight, to rest, to listen, to drift. And if this place brings you peace, if something inside you feels lighter, because you are here, you're always welcome to return. This space stays open for you, free, gentle, and waiting. whenever you need it. Now, as the rhythm slows, as your breath deepens, as your body begins to sink into comfort, we move softly into the heart of the night. Let the world outside grow dim. Let the stories ahead become the light that guides you inward. Let every sound become softer and every moment bring you closer to the peaceful rest you've been longing for. A quiet forest, a gentle lantern, a whisper of wind, and you drifting deeper into the stillness of Zen. When you're ready, we begin the first story. Let yourself settle deeper now, deeper than before, as if the night is slowly gathering you into the quiet center of its breath. There is nothing you need to carry, nothing you need to finish, nothing you need to prove. Your only task is to rest. Rest the way the bell rests between soft winds. Rest the way the mountains rest before dawn touches their edges. Rest the way the world rests before it wakes. Let your breath fall into rhythm with the stillness around you. Slow, easy, unhurried, like the breath of a sleeping child, like the breath of a lake in moonlight. You are safe. You are held. You are here. As you sink deeper, picture the novice following the old monk through the temple's wooden hall. The floor is warm from the sun that touched it yesterday. The lanterns glow with a soft amber light. The air smells like cedar and old paper and peaceful years. The novice walks slowly. He carries a question, but not the urgency that once pushed it forward. Something in him has quieted, not answered, not completed, just softened. The monk gestures toward a long corridor, lined with windows. Morning light waits outside, soft and silver, still shy of entering. They stop at one window. The monk taps the wooden frame with a gentle finger. Listen, he whispers. The novice waits. There is no bell here, no wind, only silence. But the silence is not empty. It is full, alive, deep, like a lake before sunrise, like the pause between heartbeats. The monk smiles. You hear it now, he says softly. Not the bell, but the quiet that carries the bell. The novice closes his eyes. For the first time, he feels the peace beneath sound, the peace beneath thought, the peace beneath effort, the peace that waits. When we stop searching, let your breath slow again. Let the quiet beneath your thoughts rise up to meet you. You do not need to fight your mind. You do not need to silence anything. You only need to let the noise settle. The way dust settles in a sunbeam. Thoughts may drift in. Let them. Thoughts may drift out. Let them. Nothing has to be held. Nothing has to be stopped. You are simply here, resting in the presence of your own gentle awareness. Feel the softness of your pillow. Feel the weight of your blankets. Feel your body melting downward, slowly, warmly, like snow becoming water. Let yourself be carried by this moment. Back in the temple, the novice watches dawn spread across the courtyard. Light touches the bell before anything else. The metal glows like a sleeping ember. A tiny breeze passes. The bell trembles. Its voice rises again, soft, warm, a note too light to be held by memory. The novice breathes in. He feels the note inside his ribs, inside his breath, inside the space that once held worry. The monk speaks gently, as if speaking to the dawn itself. You cannot force the bell, he says. You cannot make it ring before it's ready. Instaside. You cannot rush the wind, and you cannot rush your own awakening. The novice bows his head. He understands something now. Not everything, just enough. Enough to rest, enough to trust, enough to let go of the need to control the shape of every moment. He realizes that the bell does not ring for attention. It rings because the world is quiet enough to receive it. And in that understanding, his heart opens quietly, softly, like the first petal of a morning flower. Feel your own heart soften. Feel the tight places loosen. Feel the quiet enter you, like dawn light entering a dark room. You do not need answers. You only need presence. The silent bell teaches through stillness, and stillness is teaching you now. Let the air fill your chest, warm, calm, gentle. Let it leave, just as softly, again and again, like waves on a quiet shore. Listen for the bell, inside your own breath, inside your heartbeat, inside the spaces you rarely pause to explore. You may sense a soft vibration within you, a warm hum, a tender echo of peace waking up. This is the bell speaking, not with sound, but with presence, with truth, with calm, with the wisdom that arrives when you stop searching for it. In the temple courtyard, the monk sits on the ground. The novice sits beside him. The sky brightens. The bell returns to silence. The world moves into daytime. Birdsong rises. Footsteps begin. Voices stir awake. But something inside the novice remains still, unaffected, untouched by rush. He has learned the difference between the world outside and the quiet world within. He has learned that calm is not stolen by noise. Calm lives beneath everything, waiting for us to stop rushing long enough to feel it. He touches the bell gently. It does not ring, but he does not need it to. He knows the bell is not the sound. The bell is the stillness, and stillness is always here. Let that stillness take root within you now. Let your breath slow to a soft rhythm. Let your thoughts drift like feathers in an open sky. Let your body sink deeper into warmth and comfort. Feel the weight leaving you with every exhale. Feel peace entering you with every inhale. Quiet grows, calm spreads, the night softens. You are drifting the way the bell drifts between breezes, held, supported, at ease. As the novice prepares to begin his day, the monk offers one final whisper. Listen for the silent bell within your own heart. He says, it rings whenever you return to the moment. It rings whenever you stop forcing. It rings whenever you let yourself be still. The novice bows deeply. He carries the bell's silence with him like a warm light in his chest, and he walks into the day with a calm that feels like dawn. The bell remains behind, quiet, patient, trusting the next wind to bring its voice forward, just as your own calm will rise again each time you return to your breath, each time you rest, each time you release, each time you trust. That stillness is your natural home. Now, feel that stillness settle into your entire body. Let your breath become slow and heavy. Let your eyelids grow warm. Let your mind float like a lantern drifting in night wind. You have nothing to hold, nothing to chase, nothing to change. You are simply here, resting, breathing, becoming quiet. Let yourself drift toward the next story, the next breath, the next layer of peace. Feel the night pull you inward, softly, gently, warmly, toward the heart of the journey. Settle again, right where you are, as the night deepens around you. Let your breath soften. Let your thoughts fall away. Let the quiet of this moment wrap itself gently around your heart. Now we drift into a different kind of light, the light that comes just before night fully settles, a soft delight, a kind delight, a light where shadows begin to bloom. This is the story of the monk who planted shadows, a story for anyone who ever felt tired, not because they failed, but because they tried too hard, under a sun too bright, a story for the part of you that needs rest, not judgment, softness, not pressure, shade, not endless light. Breathe and let the night guide you. Imagine now a quiet monastery resting along the edge of a fading twilight. The sky is warm with dusk. Soft gold lingers at the horizon. A deep blue rises from the far mountains. The air cools gently, as if it understands how tired the day feels. In the center of the monastery lies a small garden. Stone paths weave between rows of flowers. Lanterns hang from wooden posts, glowing softly, like fireflies waiting to take flight. Here walks an old monk, slow steps, steady breath, hands folded gently behind his back. Every evening, he visits this garden. Every evening, he watches the same thing happen. The flowers wilt, not all at once, not dramatically, just slowly, quietly, as if the day's sunlight has drained them of strength. A young novice joins him tonight. The novice looks at the flowers, their petals drooping, their colors fading, and his heart sinks. "Master," he whispers, "why do they look so weak? I water them every morning. I give them sunlight every day. I do everything I can, but they still fade." The monk smiles gently. His eyes soften as the lantern light dances on the petals. "Come," he says, "let us sit here a while." They sit on a smooth stone bench near the center of the garden. The evening breeze moves slowly through the leaves. A lantern flickers. The monk rests his hands on his knees. He breathes in deeply and releases his breath like he has lived 1,000 quiet evenings. "Tell me," he asks, "what do you think these flowers want?" The novice frowns. "I thought they wanted sun," he answers softly. "I wanted them to grow. I wanted them to bloom." The monk nods. "And who wanted that more? Did you want it more, or did they?" The novice looks down. He realizes he never asked. He never listened to what the flowers needed. He only gave what he believed flowers should want. But not every flower blooms in bright light. Not every being thrives under the sun. Some things grow only in quiet places, only in shade, only in softer light. The monk rises and gestures toward the sky. "Do you see, as we're," he whispers, "how the day cools? Do you feel how the light softens? The world rests by degrees, never all at once." He kneels beside a wilted flower and touches its drooping petal. "These flowers are not dying," he says softly. "They are resting. They are not weak. They are only tired from too much sun." The novice kneels beside him. He watches the monk's hands, calm, gentle, understanding. "What should I do?" The novice whispers. "Give them shade." The monk says, "Give them permission to rest. Give them a place where the light is softer, not harsher. Growth is not forced," he adds. "Growth is honored." The novice listens. The words sink quietly into his heart. Not everything that fades is failing. Not everything that droops is broken. Sometimes things fall because they held on for too long. Sometimes the strongest thing a living being can do is rest. The monk touches the ground. His fingers trace the soil. "This earth," he says, "does not judge the flowers that lean. It simply holds them. It offers a place to fall." He stands. His robes sway softly in the dusk breeze. "Come," he tells the novice. "Tonight we plant the shadows. Let your breath fall deeper now. Feel your ribs open. Feel your chest soften. Let your exhale sink you a little deeper into the bed beneath you. You do not need to stay strong tonight. You do not need to lift yourself. You only need to rest. Let this breath be shade for your tired heart. Let this moment be the soft ground you fall into. You don't have to bloom under harsh light. You don't need to carry every worry to prove your strength. Tonight, you are the flower that deserves shade. Tonight, you are allowed to wilt a little, to soften, to surrender. This is not failure. This is nature. This is healing. Let your breath slow. Let your body sink. The monk returns to the garden shed. He gathers long wooden slats and thin cloth screens. The novice helps him carry them to the garden. Together, they build a soft canopy over the flowers, not to block all light, but to filter it, to soften it, to make it gentle. The monk ties the last knot and steps back. He looks at the novice. The sun helps, he says slowly, but too much sun can harm even the most faithful heart. Everything needs shade sometimes. Even hope, even joy, even you. The novice feels his throat tighten. He realizes how often he forced himself into the sun just to appear strong. How often he believed tiredness was failure. How often he forgot that rest is sacred. The monk touches his shoulder. Look, he says softly. They both watch the flowers. The petals are still drooping from the long day, but under the new shade, the air feels cooler, softer, kinder. The colors deepen, the stems relax, the leaves release their silent tension. Something inside the novice releases too. He whispers, "They look peaceful." The monk nods. Peace begins when pressure ends. Peace grows in gentle places. In life, peace is planted in the shadows. Let the shadows within you be gentle too. Let the quiet inside you grow wider. Let each breath fall softer. You are not lost. You are resting. You are not fading. You are softening. You are not weak. You are healing. Let your shoulders drop a little. Let your hands grow still. Let the night surround you with its cool, slow-moving air. Feel the edges of your body soften into the sheets. Feel the weight of the day pour out of you like water finding earth. Let yourself be the flower under the evening canopy. Let yourself be held by softer light. Your breath is your shade. Your quiet is your healing. Your stillness is your strength. Breathe again, deeper this time, and let the day fall away. As night deepens, the monk and novice light the garden lanterns. Warm, amber circles glow across the ground. The shadows stretch like calm water. The novice looks at the quiet garden. He sees beauty in the darkness. He sees life in the shade. He sees rest as its own kind of light. "Master," he whispers, "they look different tonight, almost like they're breathing." The monk nods. He watches the petals. "The night is a teacher too," he says gently. "It teaches us how to release, how to slow, how to trust the healing we cannot see." The novice breathes in. He lets the cool air fill his tired chest. He lets the shadows hold him too. He whispers, "Maybe I need shade also." The monk smiles. "You already have it," he says softly. "You only needed permission. Let this night be your permission. Let the darkness be your comfort. Let the shadows wrap around you like a soft robe. Feel the tension leaving your jaw. Feel your eyelids grow heavier. Feel your breath deepening as if your body is sinking into warm water. You are not meant to bloom all the time. You are meant to rest. Feel the softness growing inside you. Feel the healing moving quietly through your breath. You are becoming the garden. You are becoming the night. You are becoming stillness. The monk sits on the stone bench. The novice sits beside him. Again, the canopy rustles softly. The lanterns glow like distant stars. The garden grows quiet. The world grows dark. And something inside both of them grows calm. Master, the novice whispers, "What if shade stops us from growing?" The monk shakes his head. "Shade does not stop growth," he says softly. "It protects it. It gives strength, time to return. It gives the heart space to breathe." He touches the soil. "This earth never rushes," he murmurs. "It never forces. It simply holds and waits." The novice listens. His breath slows. His eyes soften. His thoughts fade into the quiet. Between lantern lights, the monk whispers, "You are safe to rest, safe to pause, safe to be still. You are a seed, returning to shade, so you can rise again when you're ready." The novice closes his eyes. A single tear falls. It is not sadness, it is release. He finally understands that rest is not giving up. Rest is returning home. Let that understanding fall into you now. Let it open inside your chest. Let it warm the tired parts of you. Your rest is not weakness. Your rest is wisdom. Your rest is the night, planting softer shadows around your soul. Take another breath, slow, gentle, real. Let your exhale melt the last pieces of the day. You are becoming lighter. You are becoming softer. You are becoming ready for deeper peace. The monk rises. He bows to the garden. The novice follows. They walk toward the temple. Under the canopy of night, the lanterns sway gently. The shadows ripple softly. The flowers stand quietly in their new shade. Everything is resting. Everything is healing. Everything is right. Let this same gentle truth guide you inward now. You are stepping from outer shadows into inner ones, from garden stillness into heart stillness, from the monk's peace into your own. Night holds you. Shade comforts you. Softness welcomes you. Let yourself drift. Let yourself fall. Let yourself rest in the quiet arms of this moment. You are ready for the next story, a story of seeds, of storms, and of the quiet strength hidden beneath the soil. When your breath is ready, you will enter, settle again, right where your breath moves, right where your body rests, right where the night begins to deepen. Let your inhale come slowly. Let your exhale fall even slower. Let this soft rhythm guide you deeper into the quiet unfolding. The garden remains behind now, glowing softly. Under the lantern light, the new canopy holds its gentle space. The flowers lean into the cool night. They rest without fear. They rest without judgment, just as you do now. The monk and the novice walk back toward the temple, their footsteps slow, their breaths calm. The air is cooler here. The sky is darker. The world feels as if it is exhaling. A thin layer of mist begins to rise from the distant hills. The lanterns along the path glow warm and steady, each one flickering like a quiet heartbeat. The monk pauses near the wooden gate. He looks up at the emerging stars. "Look," he whispers. The night reveals what the day hides. The novice follows his gaze. The sky stretches wide, deep blue, endless, silent. Stars shimmer softly like tiny breaths woven into the darkness. They were always here, the monk says. They only needed the sun to step aside. The novice listens. He feels the meaning in his chest. He feels the truth settle in softly. Not all hidden things are lost. Not all quiet moments are empty. Not all darkness is frightening. Some things only come alive when the world grows dim. Some things only reveal themselves in shadow. Some things only bloom at night. Let yourself sink deeper now. Let your body become heavier against the mattress. Let your breath become slower, softer, steadier. Feel your mind slipping gently into darker, quieter spaces. Here, you are allowed to feel tired. You are allowed to feel small. You are allowed to let go. You do not need to carry yourself through this night. The night itself is carrying you. Just fall a little more. Let the shadow be soft beneath you. The monk enters the wooden hall. The novice follows. They light a single candle and set it on a low table. The flame is small, calm, unhurried. The shadows dance across the walls like ripples on still water. The novice watches the moving shapes. He notices something. Even the shadows are gentle tonight. Master, he asks quietly, why do shadows feel softer at night? The monk smiles. Because, he whispers, night asks nothing from them. Daylight stretches them, pulls them, forces them to follow every movement. But at night, his voice softens. Shadows rest in their natural shape. The novice breathes in. He feels the meaning settle. The monk continues. You too have a natural shape, but the day pulls you in many directions. It stretches you thin. It tires your heart. But when night comes, he gestures around the quiet hall. You return to your true form. Simple, soft, unhurried. The novice closes his eyes. He feels the truth inside him. He feels relief rise like warm water. He whispers, I want to stay in this shape. The monk nods gently. You can, he says. That is why we rest, so we can return to the shape we were always meant to hold. Let yourself fall into your true shape now. Not the shape the world demanded. Not the shape stress forced upon you. Not the shape responsibility carved, but the shape your breath knows. The shape your heart remembers. The shape your body finds when nothing is asked of it. Feel your muscles settling. Feel your breath drifting. Feel your mind loosening. You are returning to yourself now, gently, slowly, naturally. As the candle flickers, the monk places a small wooden tray on the floor. On it lies a handful of seeds. Do you know, he whispers, why seeds do not break in harsh sunlight? The novice shakes his head. Because seeds are planted in darkness. The monk says, they trust the soil. They trust the quiet. They trust the unseen. The novice studies the tiny seeds. He sees nothing special in them, but something inside him stirs. The monk continues, darkness is not the enemy. Darkness is the womb of new beginnings. It holds life before it rises. He lifts one seed, tiny, fragile, yet full of infinite possibility. Some things thrive only when the world does not watch. Some things grow only when sheltered, only when unseen, only when restful. Do not fear darkness, the monk whispers. It is where grace learns to breathe. The novice swallows softly. He feels tears again, not heavy this time, not painful, but deep, gentle, understanding. He realizes that his own heart is like a seed tonight, resting, softening, gathering quiet, strength. In the dark, he whispers, "Master, am I planting anything now?" The monk nods. "You are planting rest," he says softly. "You are planting trust. You are planting the shade your soul has needed." The novice closes his eyes. He breathes slowly, deeply, openly. He feels the shade within him. He feels the softness returning. He feels the truth that not all light is good light. Not all fading is dying. Not all darkness is loss. Some things, like seeds, like hearts, grow strongest when given permission to rest. Let your breath sink deeper now. Let the night cover you like warm soil. Feel your chest rise and fall with a calm rhythm. Feel your ribs loosen. Feel your jaw soften. Feel your mind drift like a leaf in cool water. Your darkness is not emptiness. It is a garden waiting to bloom. You are planting healing. You are planting softness. You are planting rest. And everything planted in rest will rise stronger. Let the night hold you now. Let the quiet wrap around you. Let the shadows be your shelter. The monk lifts the tray and carries it outside to the garden again. The novice follows. The lanterns glow warmly. The shades sway gently. The flowers rest. The monk kneels and presses one seed into the soil, then another and another. The novice does the same. They plant the seeds, not in sunlight, but in the shadows of the new canopy. The earth accepts them without question, without hurry, without sound. The monk whispers, "This is where new strength begins." The novice feels it, not in his hands, not in the seed, not in the soil, but within himself. He realizes he has spent many nights judging his own fatigue, forcing himself to stand in sunlight, pushing himself to bloom when he was meant to rest. Tonight, something inside him shifts. He whispers, "Master, I understand now." The monk looks at him gently. "What do you understand?" he asks softly. The novice breathes out, slow, warm, true. "Not everything fading is failing," he says quietly. "Some things just need softer light." The monk smiles, a deep, warm smile, a smile filled with approval and softness and years of knowing this truth. He places a hand on the novice's shoulder. "You have planted your first shadow," he says, "and the night will carry you through the rest. Let that truth carry you now. You are not beneath light, you are beneath shade. You are not lost, you are resting. You are not fading, you are preparing. Let your breath move deeper. Let your eyelids grow heavy. Let your body become the seed under soft soil. You are allowed to rest tonight. More than allowed, you are invited. Feel the quiet, become deeper. Feel the darkness, become softer. Feel your heart, become lighter. You are safe to fall inward, safe to close, safe to drift. Let the garden fade. Let the lanterns dim. Let the monk's voice become distant. Let all sound move away from you. Accept your own breath and the slow rhythm of calm growing. Night holds you now. Shade comforts you. Silence welcomes you. You are drifting into deeper rest, deeper softness, deeper peace. And when your breath is finally ready to move forward again, you will enter softly into the next story. Settle again, right where your breath is. Soft, slow, steady. Let the world around you fade. Let the night inside you open. Let your exhale fall like a small wave against a quiet shore. Tonight, We drift to the ocean. The air is cool here. The moon lies low. Over the wide, calm water, a thin path of silver light spreads across the surface, gentle, unbroken, like a quiet promise. The waves move slowly. Each one rises, pauses, then falls, with a soft whisper. Nothing rushes, nothing pushes, nothing demands. The ocean breathes. The way you breathe now. Slow tide in, slow tide out, slow tide in, slow tide out. Let that rhythm enter your body. Let it loosen your chest. Let it soften your shoulders. Let it hold you, the way the sea holds the shore. Far along the moonlit coast sits a small wooden boat, old, worn, weathered by salt and storms, yet still floating, still gentle, still alive. A fisherman once used this boat every morning before dawn, but tonight it rests on calm water, tied loosely to a single wooden post, driven into the sand. The ropes sway lightly. The boat rocks slowly, as if breathing. There is a story here, a story meant for you tonight, a story about heaviness and release, and why this boat never sank. Let yourself drift closer. You don't need to move, just breathe. With each exhale, the boat comes nearer. With each inhale, the ocean widens. With each breath, you step deeper into this quiet night. The fisherman who owned this boat was a simple man. He rose before sunlight. He carried quiet in his chest. He spoke little, but felt deeply. He lived close to the water, closer, sometimes, than he lived to people. He loved this boat, not because it was perfect, but because it always carried him home. Even on nights when storms roared and waves crashed and the sky darkened, like a clenched fist, the boat stayed afloat, not strong, not rigid, not unbreakable, just afloat. People asked him why it never sank. He smiled. He always answered with the same gentle words. It lets the water go. Dime. Liberation. Let those words fall slowly inside you. Feel them soften your breath. Feel them loosen something you've been holding too tightly. Now, come closer to the fisherman's story. One night, a young traveler came to the shore, seeking shelter from a passing storm. He found the fisherman repairing nets. Beside a lantern, rain touched the ocean. With soft silver drops, thunder rolled far away. The traveler sat beside the fisherman. "Your boat is old," the traveler said. "A boat like that should have sunk by now." The fisherman smiled, quiet, warm, knowing. "It almost did," he said, "many times, but it never held." "What hurt it?" The traveler frowned. "I don't understand." The fisherman placed a hand on the wooden hull. The lantern glowed against the grain. "This boat," he whispered, "lets in water, but never keeps it. It releases more than it receives. That is why it floats." The traveler looked closer. He noticed small cracks along the sides, thin openings where water could slip in, but he also noticed tiny gaps where water escaped. The boat was never heavy, never burdened, never drowning. It was never meant to be sealed. It was meant to be open. Everything sinks, the fisherman said softly, when it tries to hold too much. This boat floats because it lets go. Let yourself breathe. With those words now, in and out, like water moving through old wood. You do not need to seal yourself tonight. You do not need to carry everything. You do not need to hold the stories that exhaust your heart. Let them slip out the way water slips from a tired boat. Let them fall into the wide, dark sea where they can dissolve and drift away. Nothing you release will be lost. It will simply transform into calm. The fisherman invited the traveler into the boat. When the rain grew heavier, they pushed off the shore. The water rocked them gently, steadily, like a cradle held by the moon. The traveler felt uneasy at first. Each time water splashed inside, he panicked. "There," he cried, "the boat is leaking. We should go back." But the fisherman remained calm. He kept rowing. "Watch," he said quietly. A small wave rose against the side. Water spilled over the edge and into the boat. The traveler gasped, but then he noticed how the water slipped out again through openings in the old wood. It did not stay. It did not gather. It did not drown them. "Why leave the cracks?" the traveler asked. "Because," the fisherman said, "a heart without openings drowns in its own storms. It's the cracks that save us." The traveler looked out at the dark water. Rain tapped softly. The storm began to pass. He whispered, "I thought cracks meant weakness." The fisherman shook his head. "Cracks mean passage. Passage means release. Release keeps us afloat." The traveler breathed out, long, slow, unburdened. "Let your own breath move like that now. A passage, a release, a letting go. Your chest is the boat. Your breath is the tide. What you release keeps you afloat. Let go of worry. Let go of heaviness. Let go of the stories that linger like trapped water. You do not need to hold them. You do not need to carry them. You do not need to sink. Let your cracks be passages. Let your openings save you. Let your breath be your release. Feel your body growing lighter. Feel your thoughts drifting. Feel your heart floating like the boat on quiet water." When the storm finally ended, the clouds parted like curtains. Moonlight spilled across the sea. The fisherman anchored the boat. The traveler sat quietly, his chest rising and falling with the rhythm of the tide. For a long time, they said nothing. The night spoke for them. The fisherman touched the hull. "You asked me why this boat never sank," he said. The traveler nodded. "It is not strong," the fisherman continued. "It is not perfect. It is not new, but it is honest. It does not pretend to be unbroken. It lets the world touch it, then lets the world go." The wind moved across the water, soft, cool, gentle. The traveler closed his eyes. He felt the boat rock. He felt the ocean breathe. He felt something inside him begin to release. A long-held memory, a heavy thought, a quiet sorrow, a pressure that had lived behind his ribs. He exhaled, and the heaviness slipped out of him, like water leaving the old wood. He whispered, "I think I am leaking too." The fisherman smiled. "That is good," he said. "Let yourself. The ocean can hold what you cannot. Let the ocean hold things for you, too. Let your body release the weight it cannot carry. Let the sea beneath your breath take every worry, every ache, every tight corner inside your chest. You do not need to hold them tonight. You only need to breathe them out. Feel your chest loosen. Feel your belly soften. Feel your throat relax. Feel your heart lighten. You are leaking, and that is healing." The traveler leaned back against the wooden hull. He watched the sky. Stars glimmered like soft sparks in deep blue water. "I never knew letting go could feel gentle," he said. The fisherman nodded. "It always begins gently," he whispered, "because everything you release was tired too." The traveler closed his eyes. He let the boat rock him. He let the ocean hold him. He let go, and the night held every part. He released. The fisherman tucked a wool blanket around the traveler's shoulders. "Rest," he said softly. "You float better in sleep. It's serve." The traveler smiled, a small, relieved smile, and drifted into dreams. The fisherman watched over him until sunrise. The boat rocked, the waves whispered, the moon faded into dawn, and the boat never sank because it never held what it did not need. Let that truth carry you now. You float because you release. You breathe because you soften. You rest because you let go. Nothing heavy needs to remain. Nothing painful needs to stay. Nothing overwhelming needs to be held. Let it all flow out of you. Let it all move through you. Let it all return to the wide, calm ocean. Feel yourself becoming lighter. Feel yourself becoming softer. Feel yourself becoming quiet. You are floating now. You are safe. You are carried. Let the waves inside you move slowly. Let your breath move gently. Let the night hold you completely. Let the ocean stay with you, soft, steady, silent in its wisdom. You are still in the boat, still in the night, still in the wide, gentle calm that asks nothing and accepts everything. The fisherman sits nearby, quiet, patient, keeping watch the way the moon keeps watch over the sea. You don't need to move. You don't need to decide anything. You don't need to fix or solve or resist. You only need to breathe, slow in, soft out, like the rise and fall of the tide. As the traveler slept, the fisherman leaned back against the wooden hull and listened. He listened to the night breathing around him, to the waves touching the boat, to the wind moving through the sky, to the quiet stirring of his own heart. He knew the traveler had been holding far too much. He knew the world had asked more of him than any heart could carry alone. And he knew that tonight the traveler had finally learned the lesson of the boat. We only sink when we try to hold what was meant to pass through. The fisherman closed his eyes. He felt the boat sway, felt the familiar rhythm he had trusted his whole life. This old wood, these small cracks, these quiet leaks, they were never flaws. They were wisdom. They were freedom. They were the reason the boat survived storms other boats could not. And as the moon drifted higher in the dark blue sky, the fisherman whispered a truth he had learned over many years. Let go of every wave that enters. Let those words move through you now. Whatever has entered you today, whatever thoughts, whatever heaviness, whatever memories have washed into your chest, you do not need to keep them. You can let them move through. You can let them slip out. You can let your breath carry them away. Nothing that leaves you was meant to stay. Let your breath be your release. Let your exhale be the opening your heart needed. You are the boat, and you stay afloat by letting go. Hours pass, slow, gentle, filled with the tender hush of a calm night. The storm has traveled far beyond the horizon now. The sky grows even clearer. Stars scatter like faint sparks across dark velvet. The traveler shifts slightly in sleep. His breath is soft. His face is peaceful. The fisherman watches him with the quiet affection of someone who understands the weight the traveler carried. He looks at the traveler and sees himself many years ago, a younger man who once tried to hold every problem, every sorrow, every mistake, every pressure a younger man who almost sank under the weight until he learned to become the boat, to let things in when they arrived and let them out when they were ready to leave, to trust the openings, to trust the release, to trust the ocean that carried him. The fisherman whispers as much to himself as to the sleeping traveler. Life is not about keeping the water out. It's about not drowning in what comes. Let that truth touch you softly. You do not need to stop thoughts from entering. You do not need to stop emotions from rising. You do not need to stop memories from appearing. You only need to let them leave when they are ready. You only need to release. Let your chest soften a little more. Let your neck relax. Let your shoulders settle into their natural shape. Let yourself float. Everything heavy is drifting away. The first hint of dawn touches the horizon, not bright, not sudden, just a pale ribbon of silver blue light stretching across the sea. The traveler wakes slowly, his eyes open with a soft heaviness, the heaviness of deep rest, finding gentle return. He sits up, the blanket slips from his shoulders. The morning air is cool and kind. For a moment, he doesn't speak. He simply breathes. The fisherman says nothing. He waits. He knows that the traveler has something to feel before anything can be said. After a long, quiet moment, the traveler whispers, "I feel lighter." The fisherman nods. "Because you let go." The traveler touches his chest, as if surprised by how soft it feels. "How do I keep from holding it again?" he asks. The fisherman smiles. "You don't," he says. "You don't stop waves from entering. You simply stop trying to keep them." The traveler breathes out. He understands, and the understanding settles inside him like warm sunlight settling onto cool water. "Was it always this simple?" he asks. The fisherman shakes his head gently. "No," he says. "It becomes simple only when you're tired enough to try it. Let yourself try it now. Let yourself feel the simplicity of letting go. Let yourself release the need to hold everything together. Let your breath carry out one more piece of heaviness. Let it fall away like a small wave slipping from the boat. You do not need to keep it. You do not need to sink. Let go again and again and again until you feel your own body floating." The fisherman rowed the boat back to shore. The water parted gently. Before them, seabirds called from somewhere far away. The world was waking slowly. When they reached the sand, the traveler stepped out. He stood barefoot on the cool ground, feeling a strange, peaceful weightlessness. "Thank you," he whispered. The fisherman placed a hand on the traveler's arm. "You will carry water again," he said. "That is the way of life. But now, you know how to let it go." The traveler nodded. He felt gratitude in his bones. The fisherman tapped the old boat. "This boat kept me alive," he said, "not because it was unbroken, but because it was open." The traveler looked down at his hands, his palms, his fingers, his breath. "I want to live like this boat," he whispered. The fisherman smiled softly. "You already are. Let yourself believe that now. You are not broken. You are open. You are not sinking. You are releasing. You are not failing. You are softening. Let your breath go deeper and deeper, slowing until the night feels like water, holding you gently. Feel the weight leaving your limbs. Feel the quiet spreading through your chest. Feel the peace rising like tide. You are safe. on this sea. You are safe in this breath. You are safe in your own softness. Let everything you do not need drift away. Let it move into the ocean. Let it dissolve into the tide. Let it return to stillness. You float better when you release. The traveler took one last look at the old boat. The sun was rising now, a soft gold, touching the calm surface. The water glowed, the world brightened, and the boat rocked gently, without fear. The traveler placed his hand on his heart. "I won't hold what sinks me," he whispered. The fisherman bowed, a deep bow, a grateful bow. "Walk gently," he said, "and remember, the sea carries what you release." I've sighed. The traveler walked along the shore, leaving the boat behind, but taking the lesson within him. He breathed with the rhythm of the tide, and with each step, he felt a quiet truth growing inside him. I stay afloat when I let go. Let that truth guide you now. You stay afloat when you let go. You stay peaceful when you release. You stay whole when you stop holding what hurts. Let the night carry everything you no longer need. Let the ocean become your release. Let your breath be your opening. You are floating. You are safe. You are held. And when your breath is ready to drift toward the next story, settle again into your breath as night gathers softly around your senses. Let your inhale rise slowly. Let your exhale fall even slower. Let this rhythm be your quiet companion as we walk into a new story, a story made of earth and silence and the gentle wisdom of stillness returning. A forest, deep, calm, spacious, a world where your breath moves like wind between old trees. Let yourself to arrive here with no effort. Imagine yourself standing at the edge of a quiet forest. Just as dusk begins to settle, the last colors of the day hang low in the sky. Soft amber fading into gentle violet. The air is cool. The earth smells of pine and fallen leaves. Birdsong drifts into silence. The world grows still. You take a slow breath in and step forward into the shade. The forest accepts you. In this forest walked a traveler many years ago, a soul much like your own, carrying questions, carrying restlessness, carrying the soft weight of not knowing where to go next. He entered the forest before sunrise, thinking he would cross it quickly. But forests have a way of slowing people down, and this one was old, dense, alive, with quiet intelligence. The traveler walked for hours. He followed paths that split and twisted. He followed shadows and patches of light. He followed the urgency inside him to keep moving. But the more he walked, the more lost he became. Every tree looked familiar. Every bend looked repeated. Every trail felt like a circle. By late afternoon, he realized he had passed the same crooked oak 3 separate times. By evening, a knot of unease tightened in his chest, and when night began to spread through the branches, he whispered into the dark, "I don't know where to go." Let your breath settle with his words. Let the feeling of uncertainty soften in your chest. Let the human ache of not knowing be met with gentleness. We all come to this place more than once, a place where the path vanishes, where choice feels heavy, where direction blurs, and the traveler did what many of us do. He pushed harder, he walked faster, He turned abruptly. He followed instincts, fed by fear. But the forest does not respond to force, nor to panic, nor to hurry. The more he rushed, the deeper the confusion grew. The forest seemed to close around him. Night grew thicker. The air grew colder. The path grew faint, until finally the traveler stopped walking. His breath trembled. His legs shook. He whispered, "I cannot find my way." And the forest whispered back in its own way, with silence. Let that silence fill you now. Not an empty silence, a peaceful one. A silence that supports, a silence that listens, a silence that holds you without asking anything. Let your breath slow into that silence, in and out, like wind through deep branches. The traveler set his pack down. He sat on a patch of soft moss. He felt the earth beneath him, cool, steady, ancient. For the first time since entering the forest, he stopped moving. His heartbeat slowed. His breath deepened. The tightness in his chest began to soften. He closed his eyes, and in that stillness, something shifted. Not outside him, within him. A memory rose of a wise monk he once met in a distant village. The monk had said, "When you lose the path, become still. The path will walk back to you." At the time, the traveler thought the words were poetic, but impractical. Now, sitting alone in the dark, with nothing left to push against, the words felt different. They felt true. Let your breath receive those words. Let their softness touch your heart. When you lose the path, become still. Let that line fall inside you. The path will walk back to you. Let that line open gently. You do not always find clarity by moving. Sometimes you find clarity by stopping the rush, stopping the fear, stopping the pressure to choose, just stopping, just breathing, just letting stillness return your direction. Let the stillness grow inside you now. Let it settle in your belly. Let it warm your chest. Let it soften your forehead. Let it spread through your whole body. You are safe to be still. As the traveler rested on the moss, his panic slowly drained. He listened to the forest, to insects in the leaves, to wind moving faintly between tall trunks, to distant water whispering somewhere unseen. He had walked past that sound earlier in the day, but he had been moving too fast to notice. Now, in stillness, the sound returned, a stream, steady, soft, calling. The traveler opened his tired eyes. He turned toward the sound, not as a solution, not as a plan, just as a direction. He stood slowly. He followed the sound, one quiet step at a time. No rush, no fear, no urgency, just breath and sound and presence. The stream grew louder, closer, clearer, until finally the trees parted and revealed it. Moonlight glimmered on the moving water. The traveler smiled softly. He recognized it. He had passed this stream hours ago. Only now he was ready to listen. Only now he had become still enough to notice its guidance. Only now the path walked back. Let your breath move like that stream now, soft, steady, quiet, leading you without force. You do not need to know every answer tonight. You do not need to see the whole path. You do not need to understand Every twist or turn, you only need to become still enough to hear your own guidance. Inside you is a stream, a quiet knowing, a soft direction. It speaks only in stillness. Let yourself become quiet enough to hear it. Let stillness walk the path back to you. The traveler knelt beside the water. He cupped his hands. He drank. Cold, refreshing, pure. The forest felt less intimidating now, less tangled, less confusing. He rose slowly. He followed the stream until it curved toward a familiar clearing, a clearing leading to the outer path, a path leading home. The traveler smiled into the night. He had not found the path by thinking harder or walking faster or forcing direction. He had found it through stillness, through breath, through letting the forest come to him. He whispered into the night, "I was never lost. I was only moving too fast to be found." Let that truth settle into your breath now. You are not lost. You are simply slowing. You are returning to your center. You are letting stillness find you. Feel your inhale growing softer. Feel your exhale growing longer. Feel your thoughts growing quieter. The path is walking back, not through effort, through calm, not through worry, through trust, not through motion, through rest. Let your heart receive the direction that comes without pressure. Let your body melt deeper into stillness. Feel the forest holding you. Feel the earth supporting you. Feel the night surrounding you like a warm cloak. You are safe to stop searching. You are safe to stop rushing. You are safe to be still. Your path remembers you. The traveler stepped out of the forest just as dawn began to soften the sky. He looked back at the trees, tall, ancient, patient. He whispered with gratitude, "Thank you for walking back to me." He turned and walked toward the rising sun. His steps were calm. His heart was clear. His breath was steady. And though the world would confuse him again, the forest had gifted him a lifelong truth. Whenever he felt lost, he would sit, he would breathe, he would listen, and the path would return, always. Let that same truth become yours tonight. You do not need to force your direction. You do not need to rush toward clarity. You do not need to chase answers. They will return when you become still. Let stillness fill your chest. Let quiet surround your heart. Let the forest within you lead you home. You are not lost. You are resting. You are listening. You are returning to yourself. Let your breath slow even more. Let your body sink deeper. Let your thoughts fade softly, like footprints disappearing on a forest trail. You are ready to rest. You are ready for calm. You are ready for sleep. Let the path walk back to you, step by step, breath by breath, night after night, until your dreams carry you gently into morning. Stay here, in the quiet between breaths, in the soft place where thought loosens and the night holds you gently. You are still in the forest, still surrounded by tall trunks and deep shadows, still wrapped in the calm that only dusk brings. Let yourself remain in this moment, not moving forward, not pulled backward, just resting the way leaves rest. After falling, stillness is beginning its work. The traveler felt the earth shift inside him as he walked toward the clearing. Not a physical shift, a deeper one, the kind that only happens when someone finally stops fighting their own confusion The forest was never trying to lose him. It was trying to slow him, to help him hear, to help him notice, to help him return. He looked back at the winding trail that had felt like a trap just hours before. Now it looked different. The branches were the same, the shadows the same, the fallen leaves unchanged, but his eyes were softer, his heart quieter, his fear dissolved. He whispered into the trees, "I see you now," and the forest seemed to breathe. Let yourself breathe like that now, slow, deep, without reaching. Sometimes we are not lost. We are simply being invited to pause, a pause that feels uncomfortable. At first, a pause that feels like failure, a pause that feels like standing still. When the world expects motion, but pauses are where clarity grows. They are where the noise begins to fade, where the path learns how to return. Let this pause become soft within you. Let your breath settle. Let your thoughts grow spacious. Let your inner forest quiet itself. You are not stuck. You are becoming ready. The traveler reached the edge of the clearing. The trees opened just enough to let morning light kiss the ground. It wasn't bright, just a faint glow, like a lantern behind a thin curtain. He stood there and allowed the moment to reach him. No rushing, no deciding, no planning, just sensing, just listening, just allowing. He felt the same stream that guided him, still flowing behind him. A soft sound, a quiet direction, a reminder that even in confusion, life had been speaking. He just wasn't still enough to hear it. He placed a hand over his chest. His heartbeat matched the rhythm of the stream, steady, assured, alive. The traveler whispered, "I understand," not loudly, not proudly, just honestly. Let that same understanding move through you now. There is a place in you that has always known the way, a voice you may have forgotten, a rhythm you may have drowned beneath worry, but it is there. It has always been there, waiting for stillness to lift the veil, waiting for your breath to slow enough to hear it. Let your breath fall deeper and deeper as you reconnect with that inner knowing. In, slow, out, slower. You are returning. Even if it feels like resting, your path is walking back. The traveler stepped into the clearing. The early light wrapped around him like a warm shawl. He felt the softness of morning dew beneath his feet. He felt the forest at his back. He felt his body grow lighter with every breath. He reached the old path he had walked before sunrise, but he did not hurry. He did not rush toward the world waiting outside the trees. Instead, he bowed a long, quiet bow toward the forest, toward the silence, toward the night that had guided him. Back to himself, he whispered, "Thank you for stopping me." The forest did not answer, not with words, but with stillness, with peace, with the comfort of knowing he could always return. For clarity, he turned and walked onward, calm, unhurried, present. The path no longer looked confusing. It looked familiar, natural, alive. It looked like home. Let that feeling enter you now. Home is not a destination. It is a moment when the noise fades and the breath returns. It is the quiet you feel right now. It is the stillness settling into your limbs. It is the softness moving through your heart as your chest rises and falls. You are not lost inside yourself. You are pausing. You are listening. You are remembering. Your path is finding you. Let it come. Let it emerge. From the silence, let it form. In the space your breath creates, you do not need to push toward tomorrow. You do not need to hurry yourself into answers. Stillness is the answer, not movement, not effort. Stillness. Let that truth spread through you like warm dawn light, spreading across the clearing. You are safe to stop searching. You are safe to let go. You are safe to rest. The traveler reached the forest's edge as the sun finally rose. Golden light stretched across the world. Birds woke with gentle calls. The air smelled of pine and new beginnings. He took one last breath of forest air, deep, slow, grateful. He knew he would enter many more forests in his lifetime. Forests of doubt, forests of confusion, forests of emotion, forests of change. But now he carried something he did not have before. A map drawn in stillness, a guide written in breath, a truth as steady as the rising sun. When you cannot find the way, become quiet, and the way will find you. Let that truth become the last breath of this night. Feel it settle into your chest. Feel it fill your ribs. Feel it soften your shoulders. Feel it wander through your thoughts like a gentle path, returning home. You do not need to know what comes next. You only need to rest here, to breathe here, to be still here. Let your breath move like soft footsteps through the forest floor. Let your exhale be the clearing your heart needed. You are not lost. You are arriving. You are not confused. You are quieting. You are not wandering. You are returning. Let yourself sink deeper into this stillness. Let your body grow heavier against your bed. Let your mind grow softer than leaves in dusk. The path back is inside you. It always has been. It always will be. It never left. And now, in the deep night, with your breath calm and your heart open, you can feel it. A path walking gently toward you. A path woven of silence. A path lit by breath. A path guided by stillness. Let it come. Let it surround you. Let it welcome you like a forest welcomes morning light. The traveler stepped fully out of the woods into a world that felt new. You step now into deeper rest, into deeper safety, into deeper peace. Let stillness be your guide tonight. Let sleep be the forest that holds you. Let breath be the path that leads you home. Slowly, quietly, gently, you are arriving, and the night is here to carry you the rest of the way. The night is softer now, and gentler than when we first began. Your breath has slowed, your thoughts have loosened, and the world around you feels as light as the moon's reflection on still water. You've walked through rivers that knew their own way. You've rested in gardens where shadows softened the day. You've floated upon oceans that carried what you could not hold. You found paths that returned to you the moment you became still. And now, everything gently circles back to this moment, this breath, this quiet place where nothing is required of you. Feel how the night holds you, the way the river held its flow, the way the garden held its silence, the way the ocean held the small boat without letting it sink. Feel the weight in your body dissolve a little more with every breath. You don't need to follow the stories anymore. You don't need to revisit any step you took. The wisdom of them has already settled somewhere deep inside, as naturally as moonlight settling on open water. You are being carried now. There's no need to try. Just let yourself be held. Imagine the river again, quiet beneath a silver sky, moving effortlessly toward everything it needs. You are that river now. No resistance, no effort, just flow. Let your breath drift, the way water drifts, around smooth stones. Easy, unhurried, soft. Let your thoughts become distant ripples, shimmering for a moment, then fading back into the vastness of your mind's still lake. Even silence feels like movement now, a gentle tide pulling you deeper into rest. Now picture the ocean, the vast, endless, ancient sea that held the boat. Even in darkness, you are on that ocean again. But the waves are slower now, so slow, they barely rise. Your breath is the tide. In, the ocean gathers. Out, the ocean releases. You are safe. On this wide, quiet water, nothing can sink you. Nothing can steal your rest. Nothing can disturb the peace forming around you. Like a soft horizon, let yourself float, thoughts drifting out like small shells on gentle surf. Let the ocean carry you into sleep. Far above, the sky opens, dark, endless, full of quiet stars. You don't have to reach for them. You only need to notice how they shine without trying, how they glow without effort, how they simply exist in silent beauty. You, too, can simply exist now. No striving, no questions, no expectations, just breath, just rest, just stillness. The sky is watching over you. A small candle glows nearby, steady, warm, unwavering. There is nothing you must do to keep it lit. Its light is effortless. Its flame, like your breath, knows how to remain. Let that candlelight soften the last corners of your awareness. Let it warm the places inside you that felt cold today. Let it soothe the tired parts you carried too far. The candle is not asking for anything. It simply shines for you. Let its glow guide you into deeper peace. Feel the world around you slipping into stillness. Feel sleep rising like a quiet tide. Feel your breath falling into the slow rhythm you've waited for all day. Nothing remains unfinished. Nothing needs to be solved tonight. Nothing depends on your thinking anymore. You have given enough. You have carried enough. You have done enough. And now it is time to rest. Let your breath sink lower, like a pebble sinking into soft sand. Let your body grow heavier, warm, quiet, as if the earth itself is inviting you to sleep. Let your mind open just enough to let dreams come forward. There is nothing to fear here, nothing to resist, nothing to guard. Only peace, only night, only the soft, endless quiet you have earned. If your eyes grow heavy, let them close. If your breath slows, let it be slow. If your thoughts fade, let them drift as far as they need. You are safe, exactly where you are. Safe to rest, safe to release, safe to fall into the deep, warm silence waiting beneath this moment. This quiet is yours. This peace is yours. This night is yours. And if this space has brought you comfort, if these stories have helped you breathe again, remember, you are always welcome to return here whenever you need rest. The door is open, the quiet remains. But for now, let go. Let your breath soften. Let your mind dim. Let the weight of the day fall away from you like sand slipping from an open hand. Let the river guide you. Let the ocean hold you. Let the sky shelter you. Let the candle warm you. Let the path return to you. Let sleep rise around you, rise within you, pulling you gently into its dark, healing water. Breathe once more, slowly, deeply, softly, and drift. The night will take you from here,